now it says I'm live. Or am I? Am I live? I don't think I'm live. Yeah, I don't think so. Why is it? It says one viewer. That can't be right. Am I even in the? Is this thing freaking working? I don't think it's working. Oh wait, or is it? It is working. I am working. See, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing this off of Streamlabs. I was like, it wasn't saying that it was live. Yeah, I was just like, hey, what the hell? I had a meeting canceled, and I had time this morning, so I was like, you know what? I am going to go live and be on the stream. I'm still sick. I'm recovering a little bit, so if my voice is all kind of weird, I do apologize. But hey, I appreciate you guys jumping on here, and as I ramble while I test out, because I want to start doing more live streams. Obviously, I want to start doing more stuff with this channel, so I figured this would be a golden opportunity to test that out. So if you want to share this out, let everybody know. I'm going to actually share this out right now and let people know that I am live. So give me 1 second. All right. But I do appreciate y'all being in here. Let me post that. I'm going to post this on the social medias. Say what's up here. And that. All right. Cool. Sound the Smirk. Only found you from KF, but watched Gamertag interview with Phil. Awesome job from you and Danny. I appreciate that. How do you think Sony is headed towards some of the practices that what have I been playing? All right, I'm literally gonna just start jumping in and answering some of this stuff. So again, I do appreciate you being on here. Let's first and foremost start with the Phil interview, and I want to say right off the top, we did an interview, obviously, Gamertag Radio. Destin Legary did an interview as well. I want to give Destin his flowers because I thought he did a fantastic job on his interview and asked the right questions. 100%. Fantastic. Destin's always been a pro, been great, and congratulations on him going independent and doing his thing. I think he is going to set himself up for a lot of great success doing that. So very happy for him. As far as our interview goes, again, I appreciate everyone with the kind words. You know, I've seen nice things, I've seen bad things back and forth, but that's always expected. You know, for us, our approach was, it was the 20-year anniversary of Gamertag Radio, and that was the reason he was coming on. Just like the last time he came on Gamertag Radio was when we had reached 1,000 episodes, right? So we've been lucky enough to talk to Phil Spencer over the years a few times. I think this was my 4th official interview talking to him, and I've obviously had offline conversations with him, things like that. So there's definitely a comfort level when it comes to that, being able to talk to the CEO of Microsoft Gaming. So my approach on it was, I knew there were very important questions that the community was going to have about where Xbox is headed, you know, concerns about hardware, obviously multi-platform, things like that. I try to look at it, and, you know, again, social media, people tell you don't ask enough questions or whatever, and I get that, that's fine. But I always take the approach of, I am not going to ask him things that he won't answer. I'm just not. That doesn't make sense to me. He's not going to comment on conspiracy theories or rumor and speculation. It's just not going to do that. He's going to comment on things that they've officially talked about. And he has officially talked about there being no red lines. He's officially talked about a more open platform. You know, he's officially talked about how they're going to put games on more platforms. He's talked about these things. So I asked about this as an Xbox. That's why I set it up that, hey, a year ago, you said there was 4 games and you're going to basically an experiment you want to learn. I was like, well, clearly you've learned a lot in a year because look at where we are now. And I use Indiana Jones and Doom as an example. And then I wanted him in his own words to talk about this as an Xbox. What does that mean for Xbox? What does that mean for the platform, the brand, etc.? Excuse me. And he went in and he gave his explanation on that, which I thought was fair and valid. And even in that, he talked about, hey, we're going to bring games to other platforms, you know, great partners with PlayStation, Nintendo, Valve, etc. So then that was the follow up on that, where I asked about the hardware, because I think of all the concerns that I've seen from people is, all right, if you're putting these games on all these different platforms, then why am I buying an Xbox? I don't need an Xbox. And again, because people love to pull clips on me. I said a year ago, if you're putting Halo, Gears, all that kind of stuff, then you might as well just be third party. Why are you making hardware? So to me, that is a valid question to ask. And I asked and he answered it. And they're now going to rely on what the hardware can do to get you to buy it versus exclusivity. Instead of you're buying this Xbox because you want to play Halo and Gears, you're buying this hardware because here's what this hardware does that our competition's hardware can't do. Not to mention, I think the open platforms, as far as having other digital stores on there, is part of it as well. And, you know, I had people ask me, well, you didn't specifically ask about Gears or Halo or Forza or things like that. I didn't think you needed to. The moment he said there is no red lines to their portfolio, that means expect everything to go. Will it all go day and date? Probably not, but it's eventually all going to go, is the point. Because I think the only thing holding them back from putting games out on all platforms day and date are the studios and the resources that they have. If a studio is able to put a game on all platforms, they're going to do it. That's why you're seeing id put Doom out right away. And I know people are holding out hope that, well, maybe it won't be everything. Expect everything, because look at it this way. It's a business. They're trying to make money. These studios are obviously trying to sell their games so that they make money and they get a budget to make another game, right? So again, if I'm Halo Studios, as an example, why would I want to limit myself to just the Xbox, but all these other studios get to be on PlayStation and Switch and all that? You see what I mean? You're opening yourself up to a bigger audience. So every studio, again, I believe, Phil, when he's leaving it up to the creators on what they want to do, every creator is going to want as many people as possible to play their games. So what creator is going to say, well, no, I don't want to be on PlayStation. They're going to be on PlayStation. They're going to be on Switch. Just like where Danny asked a question about Nintendo, and Phil was pretty open about that. But oh yeah, we're looking forward to working with Nintendo, with Switch. So expect a lot of Xbox games to be on the Switch too in this launch window. I fully expect it. Why wouldn't they be? Master Chief Collection, all that stuff. Everything that you think might not go probably goes. And then expect in the future, like we know Avowed, South of Midnight is coming out right now. There's no indication that they're going to PlayStation or Switch. They're probably going to go to PlayStation and Switch at some point as well. It's just where we are. So this is the reality of it. Damn what I think. Because people love, well, you said blah, 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 blah. Well, a year ago, I didn't think this was going to happen. That's why I said what I said. And I think anyone that wants to be upset about this, that wants to be outraged about it, you have every reason to be upset by it, because this is a drastic shift in their philosophy in a very short period of time. But it's happening. And that's what I think a lot of people don't get about this is it doesn't matter what I think. It's not going to change anything. It doesn't matter what I say. It honestly doesn't matter what any of us say. They are going to do this. You get to decide if you want to be on board with it or not. I mean, it's as simple as that. And I see a lot of people chatting in here, so I know I'm missing stuff. And I see Dirt, you sent me a $5 super chat. Hey, I appreciate that. Nothing but love. I appreciate you, Dirt. Obviously, we've had a chance to converse over the last couple of days as well. And Dirt is saying, with Ubisoft layoffs, the gaming industry seems to be in trouble. Do you think Xbox strategy will turn out being the right thing in the future? And here's the thing, and people love to give me a lot of shit about this too. Yes, I think what they're doing is probably the right thing. At the end of the day, does exclusives really matter other than you want to brag about your game isn't available to somebody else? Real. I mean, at the end of the day, who cares how many people get to play a game as long as you get to play it, right? So I do think having games on as many devices as possible is the right strategy. And I think Ubisoft is in trouble. And I think Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be a tipping point for them either way. If it's a huge success, I think Ubisoft can right the ship. If Assassin's Creed Shadow underperforms, they're in trouble. They're probably getting sold off, the whole thing. So yeah, the industry is in trouble. Again, if you listen to what leaders have been saying in this industry over the past few years, clearly the layoffs have been a high indicator of this. Massive layoffs, budgets are out of control, delays on these games, they're coming out, but there's a lot that goes into factoring in this. So the fact that Xbox is putting their games on multiple places, they are looking out for the business. They are looking out for the future of the company, whether we like it or not. And that's what I think people need to get. And it's so funny because I see people in the chat, some people that have been detractors of mine that have been critical. I hope you're hearing my words and understand why I say the things that I say. It's not about me. I'm a very logical person. I just look at what's happening and I give my opinion. Now, can my opinion be wrong? Absolutely. But it's me trying to take a critical look at what's happening in the gaming industry and what is best for the gaming industry. Damn my feelings, damn your feelings. It's about the health of the industry so that we continue to get these games. I don't care if it's on PlayStation. I don't care if it's on Xbox. It could be on the goddamn Tandy 1512 X2. Doesn't matter. Give me great games. And that's one thing that Xbox is doing right now. They're delivering great games. And that is something I'm very excited about. Destin, it's me. I'm the detractor. No, Destin, I don't know if you heard me earlier. Fantastic job, man. You did a really great job. I love that you got to just, you hit the bullet points on everything that I think people wanted to know about with Xbox. And it's fantastic. And I hope that's what I hope came out of your interview, Destin, and what we got to do with Phil as well is now you know. There's no more ifs. You know, all these games are going to multiple platforms. It is happening. You know, they are making new hardware. You know, they are making a handheld. It is up to you to decide what they present to you. Is it worth your money as far as the hardware goes? If you see that new Xbox and decide, man, I ain't spending $700 on this thing. I don't care if it can do Steam or the Epic Store. I'm just going to go buy a PlayStation or a Switch too, and I'll just play all their games on that. They're telling you that is okay, but they're going to offer you hardware and they're going to try to compete on what the hardware can do. That is what I took out of it. So look, shit is changing at a rapid pace. I get it. Nobody likes change, but it's happening. So we're going to see in the next couple of years where we go. But I do think in the short term, we're getting a bunch of great games. Like the fact that No People Can Fly is working on Gears E-Day now makes me think, well, shit, is Gears E-Day coming in 2025? I didn't think that was going to happen. Now I'm wondering the fact that they made that announcement. So that's exciting. You know, obviously they made Gears Judgment Day. I believe that's how you say it, right? So I'm excited about the games. I thought that Dev Direct was fantastic. I thought it was a 10 out of 10, knock it out of the park. The fact that we're getting a majority of those games in the first half of the year is great. And then you can think about the June showcase for Xbox and damn, what the hell are we going to get in the second half? Are we getting Gears? Are we getting Fable? Things like that, you know? So I get the concerns of the community. And I think, again, because I know I have some of my detractors in here, I get some of the concerns with the community and people thinking like, I don't care. You know, I've heard people, well, you get review copies of stuff, so why would you care? It doesn't matter to you. Again, this is where I think people see what they want to see and hear what they want to hear. Because again, just like people have pulled clips of me on XCast and talking about, Gears and Halo and all that. I have also been on XCast ranting about that Xbox needs to take care of their core users, the console users. And that is specifically why I asked about hardware, because you do need to take care of those people. It is not fair to tell people they need to go build a PC or do whatever. It's like, no. Xbox has been around for 24 years now. You started on the console, and Phil said it himself, box is literally in the name. Hardware is still a key pillar of their business. They're not abandoning it. They're just giving you more options. And I might butcher how I said it, but I had even said online when I was thinking about the hardware, what they potentially could do. Xbox is essentially saying, we're going to give you the choice, but we're going to give you reasons that the choice is us. It's where we are. It's just where we are. So, like I said, I get it. I get people are upset. I get tensions are high on that because a year ago, it went from 0 to a goddamn 100 in a second with the strategy of multi-platform. And Danny wants to be invited. I don't know how to do that because I don't know what I'm doing. Even Danny wants to come on Discord. Wait, shit. Can I bring Discord into this? God damn it, Danny. I should have told you ahead of time. We'll do something. We'll do something again soon because I'll jack this up if I try and change it now. So I apologize. And I see London Bridges with a $1.99 super chat, and he says Destin in the building. Yeah, man, Destin was great. Yeah, Danny, next time. We'll do it next time. Here, let me go through this chat because, like I said, I know there's a ton of people that have said things. So let me scroll back up, and I do apologize. Look, I'm not Destin. I'm new to all this live streaming shit, so I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on, I'm going all the way back up. Danny Passion Official with the $2 super chat. That shouldn't be a conversation. It has begun. Yeah, it has begun. And like I said, I hope what Phil talked about this weekend kind of solidifies that it is happening so people can accept that and make their own choice. It is your money at the end of the day. And I think that's the other critical thing that people need to understand. It's your money. No one is going to make you buy an Xbox. No one is going to make you go play Gears or Halo or any of these things. If you feel that the business decisions that Xbox has made isn't for you, it's your choice. You have other options now, right? Or, hey, maybe you still want to play the games, but you're like, I don't want to buy their hardware anymore. Your choice. Which again, and I'll get these other super chats. I know Destin touched on it, and if I have any regret from our interview was not asking about game preservation, digital libraries. What are you going to do if you were to stop making hardware after the next generation? How am I going to get access to my back catalog of digital games? I think the answer is Windows. I think this custom OS. I think the fact that these games are probably going to be available in some form on PC, right? Through a custom Xbox OS or whatever the case. But I would have loved to hear him talk about it. So that I do apologize. I am kicking myself for not asking that question specifically. Let me go to this. Okay, so Ice Cold Cabbage with was his 4.99 pounds. So this is pounds. I think it's UK. But he's saying, do we think the next Xbox has a handheld and that Xbox allows the likes of MSI or Asus or Lenovo to make their own Xboxes and have Steam, etc.? 100%. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think the next Xbox is a reference model similar to what they do with Surface. And I do think you're going to see vendors make their own variants of it. There will be scaling power levels of what it will do, and there will be scaling costs of what this hardware can do, along with the handhelds and all of that. That's where we're going. And that's why I am excited for Jason Ronald and that team to talk more about what they're going to do to customize Windows with, like I said, basically an Xbox OS similar to Steam OS, because I do think Valve is absolutely headed down the right track with Steam OS. They basically perfected it on their own hardware with the Steam Deck. And now companies like Lenovo and MSI are able to use Steam OS and make their own devices. Hell, Bazite, which is basically a forked variant of Steam OS, I use right now. I have it on here right now on this Rogue Ally. If I can turn it on, that I installed myself. I think that's the future of where all this is headed. Like, shoot, where is it? Do I even? Like, yeah, this is Bazite. I do not have Windows on this device. This is a Rogue Ally. I stripped Windows off completely and I put Bazite on here. This is SteamOS running on the Rogue Ally. I think that's what Xbox 100% needs to do. Let me get to the rest of these super chats because I know a lot of people sent stuff in, and trust me, thank you so much. I'm very appreciative of that. Nick Windling with $4.99 super chat. What do you think needs to be done to fix AAA game devs to make it more sustainable for the future? Unfortunately, part of it we're starting to see with the layoffs, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it because I do think team sizes got bloated. I think budgets have been bloated, and we're starting to see it scale back. I think, and obviously what PlayStation has done with canceling some of these live service games, I think we need smaller experiences with quicker development times. Like back to how it used to be. It used to be you hear about a game, they'd make it 2-3 years, it was out. Now you hear about a game, it's 5-6 years and it's out, right? So I think that's where, AAA is going to be more sustainable. And again, this is why Phil has talked about what he's talked about. You can't limit these games to a console that only has, and I'm just going to use PlayStation as an example, 65 million users, but only a few million of them actually buy your AAA game. You got to expose these games to more people. So that means you got to put them on other platforms. That is what Xbox is doing. So in other words, let's just take Perfect Dark as an example. Xbox absolutely is going to put Perfect Dark on a PlayStation, on a Nintendo Switch 2, on the PC, as well as the Xbox. Cloud streaming, all of that, because they want to make sure they're reaching you where you want to play that game. And then you buy it, subscribe to Game Pass, whatever the case may be, and you get to play it. The game makes money. The studio now has a budget to make more games, and the industry thrives. Because Phil has talked about, see, this is another thing. I think a lot of people don't pay attention to what Phil talks about. He's talked about this over the years, that the industry has not grown. The console market has not grown. It has essentially been around 200 million for about a decade. COVID gave a false sense of growth. And because of that, everybody started, we're gonna expand, we're gonna all this, and then like, oh shit, that's not working. Now I gotta lay off. So that's where we are. So the industry is trying to course correct off of that, and hopefully we get the industry back to where it was 10, 15 years ago. And I appreciate everybody with all the comments. I really do. I really, really do. And I'm trying to hit these super chats since people sent them in. So I'm not trying to ignore anyone that has asked me a question. And then make it simple. I'm just sick of the money heading. I am too. And, you know, people have given me shit about like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth when I said it's criminal that it's not on Xbox or PC. And I said that because why are we limiting Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to one platform when it was one of the best games of 2024? And I wasn't a Final Fantasy VII guy until I played that game. And I'm like, oh shit, this game is goddamn-tastic. I wish people on Xbox could play this. That was my reasoning. This is what I'm talking about. And what the hell do you think Square's doing now? They're about to put all the Final Fantasy VII games everywhere because sure, I'm sure they had pretty decent sales on PlayStation. I'm not denying that, but they'll have even better sales if it's on Xbox and PC. There you go. That's where we're headed. That's why they're doing this. I see someone asked me about, am I excited for the WWE 2K25 reveal tomorrow? Absolutely. Absolutely. Sounds like they're going to do some stuff tonight with Roman on Raw. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And El Dozo, I hope I'm saying that correctly. You're a voice of reason, sir. And the interview solidified that. How much do you think Game Pass plays a significant game for Xbox and gaming future overall? First and foremost, I'm an idiot. A lot of people, Danny, I'm sure he'll tell you that quick. But no, I do appreciate that. I just try to be logical. That's all it is. I try to just look at what's happening in the industry and I give my opinion. That's literally all I do. I've said it a million times. Yes, I am probably not sitting here right now if it wasn't for Xbox freaking 20 years ago, right? Because I was ingrained in their community. I was an Xbox MVP. Some of the first early opportunities I had was with Xbox. So I'm forever thankful and grateful for that. Obviously, I've been able to host events for them, all that stuff. So yes, I like Xbox, and I am not shy about saying that. But guess what? I like PlayStation too. I love PlayStation. My game of the year was Astrobot. I love Ratchet and Clank. I love the Spider-Man games. I love God of War. I love The Last of Us. Right on down the line. Nintendo's the GOAT. None of us are here without Nintendo, right? I'm a huge Mario fan. I think Mario Galaxy is one of the best video games ever made. Super Mario Brothers 3 is the best video game ever made. I don't have biases towards platforms or brands. I just like games. I don't care. As long as I can play them is all I care about. But to your point, Game Pass. Game Pass obviously plays a factor in this. Is Game Pass the end all be all for Xbox anymore? Of course not, because Phil had to eat his words from 2021, it was believed, where he said, we're going to put great games or experiences wherever Game Pass exists. Sure, they're going to do that, but they're also going to put them same goddamn games where Game Pass doesn't exist, right? So it's changed. Their business model has changed. I'm sure acquiring Bethesda and Activision has accelerated that, but the model has changed. Yes, if you're in the Xbox ecosystem, Game Pass is the best value in gaming. They purposely started off that dev direct to let you know that all those games are in Game Pass day one, which is fantastic. I take advantage of Game Pass. This is a little something for people that love to talk shit to me about, oh, you get all this free stuff, da 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 da. Sure, I get some things for review and all that, and I'm very thankful that I have those opportunities. The goddamn kids don't. Who you think buying all that? Who you think buying their hardware and their Game Pass subs and all that? Me. So I am still a consumer, and I have made a conscious decision as a consumer to invest in the Game Pass because I do believe it is a great value. That is how my children play a lot of the games that they play because of that service. So sure, it will remain a pillar within the Xbox ecosystem, but I don't think it's the end all be all. I think Phil even talked at one point about Game Pass only makes up about 15 or 20% of all their user engagement, right? So people are still buying games on Xbox. So, and obviously the prices increased and they've, changed the tiers now with standard and the ultimate tier, but Game Pass is still a thing. And Danny's asking me, why am I so mean? It's because I've had to deal with you for 20 years. That's why. Eagles fan, Morning Paris, getting married on the 21st and heading out. Oh, hey, congratulations, Eagles fan. I got to meet Eagles fan at PAX West. We actually sat together when Phil Spencer did that story time with Andrew and Renee. We were literally sitting together during that. Got to meet Eagles fan. Your soon to be true stepson was with you, and it was fantastic meeting you. And I'll just say this. That's what all this gaming stuff is about for me. It's about going to a PAX, a Summer Game Fest, a Gamescom, Comic-Con, and getting to see people in person. That is my favorite thing in the world to do, is to see people that just love gaming, and we all get to hang out and have a good time together. So yeah, man, it was great to see you. Again, I'm going down scrolling down, so I do apologize. I know there's a lot of comments in here, and I apologize if I do not get to everybody. Oh, we got to get Paris some non-reflective lenses. I'm wearing these. I probably have a sinus infection or something, but like one of my eyes, and you probably even see it in the Phil interview, is like just freaking beet red. I've been so congested over the past few weeks. It's like I got sick over the holidays, got better, and then just got sick again, and I'm still getting over it. So I was wearing these glasses so you guys didn't think I was dying or something. Cullen Prime, I think you do care, Paris. I don't know what that means, but I do care. I do care. I care about gaming. Absolutely. Let's see. Am I still playing any Destiny? No, I'm not. I had a good 10-year run. Final Shape was fantastic. It was kind of a great send-off for it. Again, this is the thing with live service games. You dedicate so much time to these live service games, you miss out on so much other things. So if anything, I've been jumping into my back catalog, playing some stuff that I missed. Like right now I'm playing Portal Revolution. That came out a year ago. I had no idea. And I've really been enjoying that as an example. And what's this? Jacob is asking me, with Machine Games seemingly working on doing Quake 6, what do you think for a potential future for id Software? It's the GOAT. Obviously with Doom. I mean, Quake is going to be a fun multiplayer experience, and you just bring Machine Games into this. I mean, I would imagine they're probably going to do another indie. Absolutely. And then Wolfenstein 3. So no, I think the future is bright for them, for not only for id Tech and Machine Games and id Software, the whole deal. And what are my thoughts on the 50 series and the future of PC gaming? So I haven't done a review yet on the 5090. Because again, I've just been sick and I've just not, excuse me, dedicated the time to it. But I will give you my quick and dirty thoughts. Like I'm talking to you on the PC right now that has a 5090 in it. It's great as far as from a performance standpoint. I know it has been underwhelming to some of the reviewers. They've considered it a 4090 Ti. DLSS 4, the multi-frame generation, is doing a lot of heavy lifting as far as the frame performance on it. Like I can play Cyberpunk right now, 4K, path tracing enabled, ultra settings. If I have multi-frame at 4X, I mean, I'm getting like 270 frames per second on that. I get the whole fake frames argument, the AI and all that, but when I'm playing it, it looks great to me. That's all I know. It looks fantastic. That's all I know. So if you already have a 4000 series card, do you need a 5080 or 5090? Probably not right away. No. I think you're going to be perfectly fine with what you have, but I view the 5090 more as future proofing for 2-3 years down the road, what games are going to be able to do. And Sean saying good morning. Hey, what's up? How you doing, man? Always good to talk to you. I love the ray tracing reflection on your glasses. Yeah. Here, I'll take them off. I'm telling you, man, my eyes all jacked up. That's why I've been wearing it. I'll take it off. But yeah, I've just been sick, you know. What other questions do we have here? Do I think Grand Theft Auto 6 will come out this year? No, I do not. I personally don't. That's me. I will be shocked. I shouldn't say shocked. It will surprise me if it does. I just don't believe it for some reason, but we'll see. We'll see. And I know that like the back half of release dates for the industry, they're waiting to see what Rockstar does with that. If it does come out this year, I do think you'll see some things get delayed into 2026. But if Grand Theft Auto 6 gets delayed to 2026, you'll probably see some stuff come out this year. Yeah, I mean, that was I'm looking at a question asked me. Shocked that Xbox Game Studios is publishing Ninja Gaiden 4. That is surprising, but then when you think about what Phil said, they set this up like 7 years ago, right? Which is crazy. And then if you pay attention to certain people that work at Xbox Game Publishing, and obviously Phil and Sarah Bond, the trips over to Japan, they all make a lot more sense now that they've been working on this over the years. And look, this is what Phil's talking about, that, hey, we can help enable creators to bring a beloved franchise back. And look, money always plays a factor in this, but instead of just saying, hey, you can only play it on an Xbox console, everybody gets to play it. That's a win for everybody. We got to start thinking of it that way. Again, take all the console war stuff out of it. Just think of it from a gamer standpoint. We all get to play this game where we want to go play it and have fun with it. And that's all that ultimately should matter, right? Let's see. J2KMN, I hope I'm saying that right, but 199 super chat. I think you just put a number 1 in there. Oh, it's your first super chat on a live stream. Oh, congrats. I'm honored to be the first that you would do that. I'm very honored for that. And thank you very much. Oh, Paris, why weren't you doing squats with Lord Beefy on Iron Lord's Pike? Man, I'm sick, man. You know what? This is what happens when you get old. I sneezed like 2 days ago and my back still hurts. I literally blew out my back from sneezing. I've been walking like I'm Fred Sanford for the last 2 days just from sneezing. But nah, yeah. I mean, look, I've got to meet Cog in person. I've got to meet King in person, Attic in person. I still got to meet Sov. Haven't met Sov in person yet, but I love those dudes. They're fantastic. That's why when I get a chance, I'll pop in on the Iron Lords chat. You know, they'll have me come up on the stream every now and again. But, you know, I consider them friends. I consider them brothers at this point. And again, that's what this community stuff is all about, man, is just making friendships and meeting new people and having fun. Let's see. Do you think Xbox is in danger of having too many games coming out this year with nothing left for next year? Actually, I don't. And again, another I wish I would have asked Phil question is, and I was trying to ask it and I butchered it at the end, was about both him and Matt Booty have talked about big releases a quarter. I kind of feel like we're here. I think we're at that point now. you look 2025, I don't think we're gonna have any shortage of Xbox games coming out in 2025. But then look beyond that, a Clockwork Revolution, a Contraband, Perfect Dark, right? Forza Horizon 6 is eventually going to be a thing. There's going to be more Halo. Like, they got shit coming. It doesn't even just have to be about what we already know here in 2025. They've announced things that Everwild is another one that we know is probably still a year or two away. So no, I don't think there's going to be any shortage of games coming from Xbox Game Studios. And BitCloud retracted a message. I was wondering what BitCloud was going to say. I saw BitCloud, if you're still here, I saw your video. I was watching it this morning before I came on this live stream. Great summary of what both Destin and I talked about. And I appreciate that. It was very nuanced. And, it was a great breakdown of essentially exclusivity just honestly not mattering that much anymore. It's not. I know it. Wait, kind of funny. Oh, I guess I'm going on Kind of Funny or something, or they're going to talk about something we talked about. But yeah, I might pop on Kind of Funny. I'm actually coming up to the top of the hour here, which I think I'm actually going to end this here in a couple minutes. But yeah, man. I mean, I thought BitCloud, I thought you did a great job, and people definitely need to go check that out. BitCloud, like if you want to drop the link in the chat right now of what you put out there, the tweet or directly to the YouTube video, so people can go check it out. That'd be great. And Mauricio Urbina, I think I'm saying that correct. I hope I'm not butchering it. I apologize if I am. $4.99 super chat. Congrats on 20 years of GTR. With the shift on gaming from Xbox and PlayStation putting games to PC, do you think the PS5 Pro is the last Pro version? That is a fantastic question. I don't know. It wouldn't shock me if next time we just get a PS6. It wouldn't shock me, honestly. Clearly, Xbox was like, nah, we're not doing a Series X Pro this time, right? But it wouldn't surprise me. Like, I have PS5 Pro. It is staring me in the face right now. It's right in front of me off camera. It's fine. I mean, I use it. It's great. PSSR still needs a lot of work, which I think it would probably be the deciding factor with the PS6, that if they perfect PSSR for performance, you don't need a Pro anymore, right? This is obviously what we're seeing with the NVIDIA cards right now with DLSS. The Switch 2 is going to take advantage of DLSS. I would imagine the next Xbox is going to have some form of, frame reconstruction as well. So now that I think about it more, no, I don't think we'll get a Pro. It wouldn't make sense when you're able to take advantage of that. Oh, people saying I need to seek voiceover work. I have a lot of people that say that to me, and I'm very appreciative of it, and I'm very thankful of that. My own laziness is why I don't, because I would probably need to go take some official voice acting classes. Ironically enough, Jennifer Hale, who is legendary in this industry, sent me some links and some stuff because she does some of that stuff on what I should do, and I've just not done it, so that's on me. But yeah, maybe one day. What else do we have here? All right, we're at the top of the hour. I do think I'm going to end this, and I do see one more super chat. Flip the U is saying $2 super chat. Odds of Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox in 2025. Never say never. I'll say that. Wouldn't shock me. Because again, why not? Look, Marathon's going to be on Xbox. Put Helldivers 2 on Xbox. Why not? I mean, I know they're having great numbers on PC and all that. It's just another platform to play games. So why not? That's how I look at it. And yeah, I'm going to wind this down. So I do appreciate everybody coming up here. And I'll read this last one from Livia. You're saying, just popping in now. I'm super hyped for Avowed, but I'm a newcomer to the series. And if I remember correctly, you were new to it too. Is the hype for the game real? The hype for Avowed is real. So much so Greg and I are going to do a games cast on Wednesday talking about our excitement for Avowed. So make sure you check out Kind of Funny Games Cast on Wednesday, the 29th. We will be talking about Avowed. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Maybe you've heard this before. Do I do a voice in Starfield? No. And if they AI'd my voice and put it in Starfield, y'all need to pay me. I look at it like that. P-Lump, play my theme song. I don't know what your theme song is, brother. I don't know. I apologize. Shout out to Ray Ray and all of them, though. I see Adamfall in here. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Adamfall, which is on Game Pass, by the way. I got to play it at LA Gamescom last year. Really looking forward to that. I think that game is super underrated right now. It's going to be a lot of fun. But with all that said, I'm going to end this. I just wanted to mess around with a live stream. Like I said, I'll figure out some of the back end stuff so I can do Discord and all that and bring other people in, like Danny wanted to come in. But like I said, I want to do more with this YouTube channel. So I figure, what the hell? I know the Phil stuff was a hot topic right now. That way I could come on here and kind of just directly answer some of that stuff to everyone. I appreciate everybody that's been in the chat. And yeah, let me go ahead and end this. I'm going to go see what the folks over at Kind of Funny are talking about. And y'all have a great rest of the day. And we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.